Hello and welcome to a new update video from my Lego City project called Brickworld here on my international channel. And today we are going to work in that area you can see there with the blue base plates. We are going to build a supporting wall behind the tracks, and that's the foundation for further updates in the future for adding buildings behind the train tracks. So stay tuned and look what we have today. For today's video I have bought a lot of bricks and plates and other stuff. These are about 1500 bricks and other stuff for today's update, mainly in dark tan and medium nougat. And now we are going to start with the foundation of our new model, which consists of three 32 by 32 base plates, and we are adding a small layer of dark bluish gray that's a little bit part directly near the last track of the train station, so the supporting wall is not too near at the track, so we're not getting any problems with the trains driving on the tracks. And yeah, I did digital draft of that wall, so I know how many bricks I need for that wall, because that are some colors and bricks I do not have in my sorting bins, etc. And you can see I'm using a lot of the same bricks in that today's update, and these are mainly the base part. I'm using these jumper plates to add more variation to the wall, so I can push the wall a half brick to the inner part. And we are also adding now some more dark bluish gray plates to fill up the areas between the supporting wall and those pillars in the front. And I'm adding some different layers of those plates, so we can add more details. Later we are going to add some more plants, etc, etc. And these are the main parts I'm adding at the moment. Some small 1x1 plates, some small 1x2 plates, just to add more variation, and some layers so it looks much more realistic. Next part is we are going to build those big parts in between the smaller parts, and these are with some big dark tan slopes and some other big parts that's going to go up very, very fast. But here you can see how it looks at the moment. You can see the idea I have here. I'm adding, as you know, a supporting wall, and later in a future update we are going to add buildings upside on that supporting wall on that area, so we have much more a cityscape look in our city. And now we are looking who's supporting today's video. Now I'm building some of these small pillars. Yeah, you can call it pillars. They are some special technique I'm adding there. I need a lot of these little parts, and as you can see, I built 8 of them. I'm missing a little round tile that was not in my packages, so I think the seller missed it in my package, but that's not a big problem. I'm going to add it later in a future video. It's not a very important part here, but now you can see it. We are going up with those medium nougat bricks here to add much more realism to the cityscape, because I think that combination of medium nougat and that dark tan adds a very realistic look to the brick world. And that's something I really want to add to the world, because as you know, maybe when you're looking, or if you're adding and watching my videos in the last time, realism is a big goal of my city project. That's the reason why everything is a little bit bigger, to add much more realism to the city. Now you can see here from that view that the left part of the wall is almost done, and you can see how it makes it much more realistic. I have done the whole wall in that video now, and I'm now adding some more details in front of the wall. That means I have added these little pillars for the overhead line later, and I'm also adding some plants in different colors, some very dry colors, so because nobody is really giving water to these plants. And now I'm adding the overhead line pillars. That's something I have done in a video before, so that's not very interesting now. You can watch a video from some weeks ago where I added all those pillars for the overhead lines. And that's already the finished part for today's video. There are about 1,500 bricks. It was not a cheap project. I have about 100 euros just for that little wall stretching about 3 base plates. It's not the cheapest project, but I think it adds very, very realism to the city, and I have to build much more of that wall on the left side. I'm thinking about adding a tunnel area on the left side, not on that table, but on an upcoming table, so the trains are going under the city, and I also have to add the wall going around that area here to the other side. You can write it in the comments. What do you think of that supporting wall? What do you think about the colors I have used in that wall? And now you can see it once in the dark night mode. We are adding some more lights in the future, but now there's some light here from the platform. We also have some light from the other parts of the train tracks, but you can see how it looks in the night, and I think it looks very, very nice. As always, write it in the comments. What do you think about today's update? What do you think we should do in future updates? What do you think about all of that area here with the train tracks? I'm very, very thankful for every comment you can write in the comments. And as you know, maybe you are following me on the German channel, which is Brickworld without the international behind it, and that's where I'm getting very, very many comments, and all comments are very important for the future of the project, because some things here in the Brickworld have been created only because some of the community people have talked about it and asked me questions about it, and the community is a very, very, very important factor here in the Brickworld. But that's it for today. Until next time, and bye!